What's poppin' T Squad? It's your girl Keisha, and I'm here with tonight's all tea, all shade, Tammy and Waka and Tammy with Flocka, season 2, episode 3 review. So on last night's episode, Deb and Tammy are in the backyard talking, and Deb tells Tammy to fuck Waka in the backyard where the coyotes and stuff be in a tennis skirt. Jesus Christ. Y'all know I'm scared of Deb, so I try not to talk too bad about her, but that is just a conversation that I could never have with my mother-in-law. Not even my mama. Like about fucking her son, like gross city. And then the fact that she was giving her tips and tricks, I just wanted to throw up all over the screen. It was just too much for me to physically handle, too much for me to physically, mentally accept and allow into my brain. I wanted to burn that memory immediately. So Tammy then goes on to say this. He just likes to turn her over and screw. Like they're just way too comfortable with each other for me, honey. Tammy also tells her that she was disappointed that she showed up late to Charlie's quinceañera. Um, Deb apologized and said that she only missed the one dance. Tammy says that she needs to get back to work because more money is going out than coming in. And I'm like, you keep on saying this, but you're not doing anything about it. Like, I hate people like that that's always complaining or talking about something, but then they don't take the initiative to change the problem. Like, that is annoying. So, we've been talking about this music now for what, 2 seasons? Like, what the hell? So Deb wants to get in the studio with her, but Tammy feels like Deb can be bossy sometimes and she needs them to work together. Um, I can understand where she's coming from, but she needs somebody to light a fire under her ass. And she needs somebody that's going to treat this like a business. And I think that's the reason why she's so comfortable. Because if she was signed to any other label, their music would have been out. She would have been hitting the road. She would have been doing everything that she needed to do, but because she's working with family, she is lackadaisical because she knows that they're not gonna push her like another record label would. Um, so Charlie and Waka feel like they've grown much closer since the quinceañera, which is a beautiful thing. She says that she no longer just looks at him like a stepfather or her mom's husband, but as her father. Um, Walker talks about his clothing line, Dro, and he wants to get it into the DTLR stores. And Charlie gives him ideas on different shirts. And it was really good to see him incorporating her ideas because, she's young and she knows what the kids like. Um, so Tammy and her friend Chrissy are at a hookah spot and she tells her that Charlie is a lesbian. Tammy wonders should their dating rules change because Charlie dates girls. I don't think so. I think she's 15 years old. Whether she's dating a girl or a boy, I think that there still should be restrictions on what she is allowed to do and not to do. She's not a grown woman just because she likes girls and you don't have to necessarily worry about her getting pregnant doesn't mean that you don't have to worry about her getting a STD or you just or the little girl talking her into doing things that she might shouldn't be doing at that age. You know what I'm saying? Um Tammy also tells her friends that she wants to figure out what makes her happy because she does everything for everyone else and that she's in a weird space and she feels disconnected. This is much like what was going on in season 1. Like I feel like Tammy is the issue, not technically everybody around her. I'm like, I need more than just this storyline from her because this is the same storyline that we went with season 1. And if you ain't got it together since season 1, girl, I don't really know what to tell you, girl. So Waka tells Tammy that they need a housekeeper. She feels that it's just the dust and particles and bugs from the construction and the construction guys leaving the house door open. But the shady camera crew, however, shows their baseboards and how nasty they were. And I was like, oh my God, they why did they show them baseboards that was looking like brown mildew? I was hollering. I was like, Tammy, you need a housekeeper, ma'am. Listen to your husband. You need to fumigate. You need to make sure the motherfuckers close that goddamn door. They can only come in through one way. Like Tammy one of them people that think her way is the right way and you can't tell her nothing. Like nothing that anybody else says matters. And that is one of her downfalls. So, Tammy then gets mad when she finds out that Charlie went to buy some hair at the beauty supply, but she already had wigs and things already prepared for her because she says this is what she do. You know, this style stuff and everything is what she does. And I was like, majority of the time Tammy gets it right, but every time she does not get the fashions right and the hair right. So she asked Waka, who gave her money to even go to the beauty supply. He was like, I gave her a card. Tammy was like, I already paid a stylist to do her hair, this, that, and the third, just mad and going off. So Charlie brings home this stringy wig child. The wig did look a mess. It did look a mess. But she was trying to explain to her mother that the girl that's going to do her hair is going to style it up and fix it or whatever. But Tammy tells her that the wig looked like a Michael Jackson wig, and it did. um, she feels like she should be able to control her hair. When I was 15, my mother let me do what I wanted to do with my hair. Like at the age of 15, I was already doing my own hair. I was able to get my hair shaved off in the back when I was like 12, 13 years old. And that was a big thing back in the 90s to allow a 12, 13-year-old girl to shave her hair off in the back. Um and after that, I've had every hairstyle imaginable, every color hair imaginable. My mother, like I said, at the age of 15, let me do whatever the fuck I wanted to do with my hair. It was my fucking hair. She didn't want to deal with the shit, no way. So I think at 15, she should be allowed to do what she wants to do with her hair. It's her form of expression. And I think that Tammy needs to stop trying to control everything that little girl do because it's going to eventually end up pushing her away. She needs to stop trying to also live vicariously through her daughter. Like, live your own life. You keep on talking about how you want to live your life. Well, fucking live it. Um, so they go out to eat, and Tammy tells Waka that he hurt her feelings when he makes short and fat jokes or whatever. But you know it's all in love and just joking around, playing. I think that it's dope that they have the type of relationship they can joan on each other, whatever. But if it is something with her weight that is really affecting her at the moment, you don't really kind of want to hear fat jokes at the same time. So he feels like they're besties, so it should be okay for him to tease her. She calls him a fat ass, and he says her mama. And Tammy was like, when you have a fat mother, you can't call somebody else mother fat. And then they join on each other, and it was just so cute and funny to see them going back and forth because you can tell that they really do have a solid friendship outside of their marriage. So Tammy tells them that she feels like they need to go to family counseling because they talk about each other's mothers and their relationship isn't normal. Charlie and Walker, however, don't feel like they need to. I don't feel like they need to either. I feel like once again, these are Tammy's issues. Tammy has issues within herself that she's then putting on to Waka and Charlie, and it's her. So Waka has a meeting with his label. They want Tammy's music and want to do a lot of digital stuff with her, online internet stuff because of COVID. And he was like, he got to get this music from her. Like, he got to put his foot down. And like, either it needs to literally be on some business shit. Fuck me being your husband. You have to get up and put this music out, or I'm dropping you. The music will never come out. If you don't take it seriously, then I'm not gonna take you seriously. Like, this is a business. So Tammy and Walker then go to counseling, and he doesn't even know like what they're going to counseling for because he thinks that everything is fine. Tammy tells the doctor that they should talk to someone, whether it's they're in a good place or in a bad place. But obviously, you're not in a good space. So he asks what the issue is, and Waka swings it to her because he don't even know why the fuck he there. So the doctor asks, how are they when it comes to parenting? And they have very different parenting skills. Um, Tammy says that their biggest fights pertain to how they parent Charlie because she's always on Charlie and Waka is more loose and allows her to be herself. Um, which both of the things that they're doing are good. He does need to be more stern and she needs to lay off some. So they need to take from each other. So Tammy says that everything that needs to be done, she does it and she's tired of it. From the moment they got together, she was the one that cooks, clean, plans trips, moves houses, all of that types of stuff. Um, and she's tired of it. And at some point, you would get tired of those things. But at the same time, at that time period, you had nothing else going on with your life. That's the least that you could do is move a house if we got to move, or cook and clean. When you don't have to work, I take care of you financially at that time in their relationship. I don't really see what's the issue with that. If you live in with this man and he's taking care of you, that's the least that you can do. So Waka says that she makes things harder than it needs to be. He says, when I met her, I got comfortable with her cooking and cleaning because she had nothing else to do. So when we got back together, I said, let me make my wife a millionaire. And she was like, that's a lie. I remember when we had that separation, I said, I'm going to make my first million this year and you're going to wish that you respected me. And she had said that, I don't know how many times in interviews, that that is what she said to him at that time. So I believe her that that was one of the things that she said to him when they separated after, him cheating on her and everything. But I also do think that Waka did want to help her push to do her own thing as well. So, and one thing else that I noticed about Tammy is that she talks over people and she got to get her point across. Like, she even talked over the therapist, and Waka did too. Like, they're very rude. Like, I was like, let the man talk and counsel. What's the fucking point of him being there if y'all not gonna listen to what the hell the man got to say? So, Walker said she said that out of an attack that she was gonna make her first million and he was gonna regret it. And Tammy was like, "You can't take accountability for me making my first million because we weren't together at the time." Walker was like, "Can I be honest? That was their TV shit talking about when she was on Love and Hip Hop." Sam was like, he's saying that TV stuff started because he put me on a platform. Our separation on that show, I was broken. I still had to film while he was out living his life. When you moved back in, I had already made my first million. But I'm looking at the aspect of what Walker was saying. It was because of me being me that you got on the show. Okay? I gave you a platform to make $1 million off T Rivera, her little swimsuit line or whatever that she had. Without him and that platform that he put you on, you wouldn't have been able to do what you did. So give credit where credit is due. Yes, you did all the hard work to do it, but it was because of who he was. Nobody knew who the fuck you were. They just knew that you was the girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't understand like what she was mad about. Like I said, I feel like this is all Tammy. Like Tammy always has to have a problem. Like she just seemed like she liked being mad. And that's something that he said to her last season. Like she just seemed like she always gotta have something wrong. Like, I don't know. Like she need help, Jesus. She irks me a lot. So the doctor says y'all are trying to argue with each other's heads and not with each other's hearts. And I agreed with that. So Tam was like, no, I'm not. uh no, I'm not. I'm trying to make him understand. Like, she ain't even listening to what this man is telling her. She arguing with the goddamn therapist. So Tim was like, he sabotaged me because while I was on that show, he was cheating on me all over the blogs, this, that, and the third. I was like, how was that sabotage when you just said that you made $1 million and you made all this money and you got your own fame and notoriety because of that? You already knew he was cheating before you took your ass on the motherfucking show. So you did that to you. Like, I understand people. Like, what the hell? So Walker in his confessional was like, she got to let that shit go. And I 100% agree because that shit was 4 years ago. You have married that man since then. Why would you marry him if you still are harboring on to these feelings and emotions? Why did you then marry him if you felt this way? I don't understand it. All of this shit should have been dealt with, forgiven, put to the side, and all of that stuff before you said I do. If you still knew that you was going to be harboring these feelings, you shouldn't have married his ass. So once again, this is a who problem, a Tammy problem. So the doctor says y'all telling the same story. Out of all the men in the world, why did you decide to marry him? And Tammy says, I knew I loved him when he hurt me, and I still prayed to God to send him somebody to pick up where I left off. Okay. She says that she let him come home so she could hurt him, so she could be mean to him. But at some point she started to feel like a bully because, she saw how bad she was hurting him and it just didn't feel right. The doctor says it sounds like you've regained your trust for your husband. And she says, I trust that he doesn't want to lose his family, but I don't put nothing past him. She does not trust him. And she hasn't forgiven him. So at the end of the episode, the doctor was like, have you forgiven him? And Tammy was like, I don't know. So once again, this is a Tammy problem. Tammy needs the damn counseling. Tammy needs to figure out what the fuck Tammy wants in life, what she wants out of her career, what she wants out of her marriage. Do she even want children? Because she knows that he wants a child. I don't feel like the girl want to have a goddamn baby. I honestly feel like that's the problem, and that's the reason why she keep on making problems, so she can use those problems as an excuse to why she ain't gotta have or don't want to have no baby. I don't know about this girl. She comes across very ungrateful to me, and she just seems like I said, like she just wants to have a problem with everything. Like I maybe she's one of them people how I used to be the type of person that felt like if we didn't have conflict, that wasn't love. But I had to grow the fuck up out of that. I'm 39 years old at this point. Like all that's not love. That's not what a relationship is. But I feel like maybe Tammy's one of them people that feels like conflict and drama equals love, equals what a relationship looks like. I don't know, but the girl needs Jesus. Let me know what y'all thought about the episode. Let's talk down below in the comment section. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, hit the notification bell button. Also, make sure you guys watch my try on video that just dropped yesterday. I tried on outfits from Shein and Fashion Nova. I love you guys, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.